Why you have to keep reorganizing your life. So I recently was on a call with a client, and one of the things she shared with me was, I'm tired of having to reorganize my life. Of course, we coached through it, but I thought it was a great topic to bring to you as well, because I understand that there are many people who may feel that they're tired of having to reorganize their life. The first thing I want you to do is to recognize that life has nuances, right? A pastor of mine used to say, listen, if you live long enough, life gonna flip on you, right? So life has things that are automatically built in. It's just the life that we live here on this earth. It has nuances and things built in that can be challenging, that we have to overcome or that we have to face, that have its own flow. Like it's going to happen regardless, right? And so that's the first thing that I want you to just kind of sit with and let that marinate, if you would. That life is going to be happy sometimes, and then there are going to be times where there are things that we have to overcome. But the biggest part of that is how you choose to grow through it. Did you catch that? How you choose to grow through those moments. So there are going to be challenging times. Life is always changing and growing, and how we align our lives to be in flow. And a lot of that has to do with what's going on up here and what's going on here makes a huge difference. But things are going to happen where it may seem as if we're having to reorganize our life, right? It's just built in. So that's the first thing I want you to think about, and really shift the way you are viewing challenges or things that are happening in life. Number two, I want to ask you a question. So, are you reorganizing your life, or are you evolving? Are you reorganizing your life, or are you evolving? Because the labels that we put on things make a huge difference in how we grow through them. So, are you reorganizing your life or evolving? Now, when you think about evolving, I want you to think about the fact that evolving is actually a process of simplifying your life. Evolving is actually a process of simplifying your life. Now, when we hear the word evolving, it sounds expansive, it sounds abundant, it sounds like more. And this is where many people make a mistake as it relates to abundance. I won't go too far there because if you don't know, and I've been doing these series, I haven't introduced myself, but I'm a certified life coach and business coach. And I teach from a 3 point perspective, one of them being abundance mindset. The second is personal growth, and the third is business building. As it relates to abundance, many people think about abundance as a whole lot of stuff and a whole lot more. And abundance does mean more, but not always in the context that most people think. So when you think evolving, it even sounds like more, but it's really a process of simplifying your life. So I've taught a concept called the S curve as it relates to business. It has 3 stages of growth for business. The first stage being the seed stage, the second stage is the stage of growth, and the third stage is the stage of expansion. And if you don't expand, it can turn into decline. But we'll use that as a reference when we're thinking about evolving being a process of simplifying your life. So in the seed stage of your business, that's when you're kind of like, I just need something I can play with now. You got your hands in all the cookie jars. You're trying all the things. You're going to all the networking events. Every freebie you can get, you're downloading it. You're, watching you're absorbing a whole lot of stuff and just trying some of everything, right? You need clients, you need money, whatever the case may be. And you haven't quite found your way. That is the seed stage. Now, the growth stage, which is actually a higher level for you in your business, is actually the process of simplifying. So you're no longer doing all of the things. You've created some systems in your business that are kind of flowing for you, and things are beginning to happen with more ease. Is this making sense to you guys? Your business is evolving, but it's the process of simplifying. Then that next stage is expansion. And that's very true to the stages of life that you'll go through as it relates to evolving. So remember, evolving is a process of simplifying your life. So imagine you have all the wrong people in your life, you're going to all the wrong events, you're doing all the wrong things with your time, with your money, all of those things. We can call that the seed stage, right? And then you move to the next stage where you begin to simplify, you begin to release things that are no longer serving you. So let's think about evolving as a process of simplifying your life. And so some of those things that you may feel that you are reorganizing is simply the process of simplifying. You're actually evolving. So are you reorganizing your life or are you evolving? So there are a few things, right? When you become intentional, now this is probably the key because for many people, they may say, I'm tired of starting over. That could be completely different. Like if every time you turn around, you're at rock bottom, you're starting all over, that could be completely different. But when it comes to evolution and evolving, if you get to the space where you are intentional about your evolution, there are a few things that happen. And I want to share maybe about 7 of them with you. I have tons of them that I could share, but for sake of time and the fact that we're on this video, I'm going to share 7 things with you that speak to you actually evolving. So, number 1, there's a conscious awakening of what is transpiring in your life that happens when you're in a space of evolution. In the beginning stages, especially when we're younger, right? Or there's some people 50, 60, they're just getting to that level of consciousness. People get it at different times. They have their awakenings at different times. And then there are those who don't have them. But of course, because you are watching, you are part of the Renew community, you are definitely either have had an awakening or some level of awakening and a new level of consciousness in your life. But the first step is a conscious awakening of what's really transpiring in your life, like what's really going on. For a moment, as I was speaking, I was thinking about relationships and things of that nature. And I could very well give an example of how we realize that maybe who we've been dating, even if the same guy, the same 3 guys in different bodies, right, is not necessarily who is in alignment with us. Much like our life, we begin to wake up, right? People say they're woke, right? So what's not working in your life? This is all under, this conscious awakening that you have when you are actually evolving. So you begin to recognize what's not working in your life, right? When you have this awakening, you can't go back. So you'll find that there are many things that you desire to change. I want you to know that those are just stages, because as you actually get in alignment with those things that need to change and you begin implementing and becoming the person that could actually operate at that next level, you guys hear me say it all the time, it gets to be easy, right? Simplifying your life. So maybe you're not reorganizing, maybe you're evolving. Listen to this. Let me know if evolution is actually what's happening for you, and then you can rephrase it, right? And you can process what's happening differently. Number 2, your awakening involves who you are. Many of us are so uncertain about who we really are, our identity, what's possible for us, our personal power, how powerful we really are, how valuable we really are, how worthy we really are. Our love, self-love for ourselves. Many of us find ourselves at that space in life at some point in time where we don't know who we are. But as you step into evolution and you're having this conscious awakening, a part of that awakening involves learning who you are. A second thing, this falls under the, what the awakening involves, is you learn what you want. Do you know how many people can't answer that question? Do you know how many people are not consistent about what it is they deserve and they desire? So they go back and they choose the counterfeit, they settle, they choose the lesser option. You know, they haven't developed the capacity in the area of belief to fully stand in the space of what they really desire. And so they just kind of go back and forth with what they really want in their life and in their business. So another part of the awakening involves what you want. So constantly starting over is usually because you haven't decided what you want. Constantly starting over is usually because you have not decided what you want. Now, once you decide what you want, life is going to still happen, things are going to still happen, but there's going to be more ease and flow because you've made a decision, because you are not sending out mixed signals to everything that God has created in the universe about what it is that you deserve, you desire, and what you're willing to be in alignment with. Number three, this is what happens in the conscious awakening as you're evolving, right? You create your own terms and then you live by them. Many people talk about what they desire and what they want, but they don't begin to create their own terms. They aren't even aware of their personal power. They aren't aware that what they have now is actually because of what they have created, what they've aligned with, and what they've decided. But when you've evolved, or when you're in a space of evolution, you begin to create your own terms, and this is a big part, and live by them. And live by them. Because we can talk about what we want, but it's not until we can say no to what we don't desire. It's not until we can say no to things that would actually be settling. You know, I have something in mind that I desire, and, you know, it's a little higher, at a different capacity from something I've had before. And I had to catch myself saying, oh, well, I'll just get that there, right? No, that's not what I desire, right? And so you create your own terms and you live by them. These are things that you have to become intentional about for your evolution, not reorganizing your life. You're going through the process of evolution. Number four, your beliefs about your personal power change when you become intentional about your evolution. Your beliefs about your personal power change. Now, listen, I could call myself mindset coach easily, because I believe your mind has a lot to do with your money and everything else that you set out to do. Your mindset is running the show. All those things that are going on in your subconscious programming are dictating what type of actions you take. And all of this is tied to your belief. So your belief about your personal power, whether you really have the ability to create those things that you desire, this is when that steps to the forefront. When you're in the process of evolution, your ability, your belief in your ability to create change stands to the forefront. Number five, your goals become simpler. I could just, maybe during this 11/11 sale, I'm doing a series of videos. Maybe I'll just talk about how simple your goals become as you begin to evolve. I was thinking the other day as I was about to share, I probably work about an hour or two per day, but it's because I've simplified my business, I've simplified my life, I have systems in place and processes and things that make things simpler. My goals become simpler. It doesn't mean they become smaller, right? They actually have expanded, but they become simpler. I realize that some things aren't necessary. Remember that process that I talked about before, with the seed stage where you're doing all the things. And then when you move to the growth stage in your business, you're simplifying it. Same for your life. Number six, you create space and time in your life to just be. When you are evolving, you understand the importance of rest. You understand the importance of peace. You understand the importance of self-care. You understand the importance of doing things that keep your energy in alignment with what it is that you deserve and you desire, because your energy is everything. So during your evolution, you create time to just be. Listen, guys, it's one of the most powerful concepts I have ever embraced. It simplifies my life. It makes my goals simpler. My mind is definitely more clear, right? And number seven, every single day you do things that are in alignment with what it is that you desire. Every single day you do things that are in alignment with what it is that you desire. This is when you're being intentional about your evolution, because it can feel like you're constantly having to reorganize your life if you aren't intentional, if you haven't started learning who you are, right? If you aren't clear on what it is that you want, if you don't understand your personal power, all the things that I named, it can make it feel like you're constantly reorganizing your life. But when you're in a space of evolution, which is how I want you to view what is transpiring, it is not that you are always reorganizing your life, right? You are evolving. The more you simplify your life and your business, the quicker you will manifest. The more you simplify your life and your business, the quicker you will manifest. Manifesting requires simplicity and clarity. Manifesting requires simplicity and clarity. So that's my take. If you're feeling like I'm constantly having to reorganize my life, maybe you are evolving. I talk a lot about your destiny, the process of evolution holistically, taking a look at your entire life. I actually have created a curriculum that involves 6 elements of life alignment. It is housed inside 3D Success Academy. If you've been following me this week, you know that we're in the still kind of early parts of the 11-day sale that we're having for 11/11. And one of those promotions is $1,111 off of the regular investment cost for 3D Success Academy for women. This gives you full on access if you pay the one-time fee for the entire year. Not only that, right? You're like grandmothered in for lifetime access as long as we're having the course. And at this time, we're doing bonus monthly live coaching calls. So you'll, every single month, you'll get a new topic, a new area of your life or your business that I've created curriculum for you to work out, implement, and align with. And at the end of each month, we hop on a call if you have questions or need support in those areas. That's what those bonus coaching calls are for. And so it's evolving. And if you're intentional about it, it means you're going to align with things that allow your process of evolution to be simpler and smoother. One of my goals, my heart, is to help women simplify their business and their life. The Academy is the ultimate growth track and soundboard for you to do that. You can look at the link either in the comments if you're on YouTube, or maybe above the video, somewhere around the video. You'll see how to gain access to the Academy. And in addition, any other products that are falling under the 11/11 promotion. You guys have a good one. Listen, are you reorganizing your life, or are you in the process of evolution? Your job is to be intentional about it. It gets to be easy.